It's time for Pierre Governor Sports on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. The Pierre Governors are brought to you by Bank West, Allied Plumbing, Beck Motors, Home Care Services, Venture Communications, Vilas Pharmacy, Todd's Electric, State Farm Insurance, CHS River Plains, and Xander Auto Parts.
Coming out of the timeout, Elijah Bucci with the snap. He goes left side. Down to the end zone. He's in! Touchdown, Governors! They've got the lead with 8 seconds to go.
And by Wheelhouse Auto Body, Slumberland, SD7, Shane's Pharmacy, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, First Fidelity Bank, Country Carpet and Flooring, and Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping.
This will be tapped over. See if the Governors again can take advantage of it. Waldron set for Cronin. There's your win. In set one, 32-30. Campbell Cronin with 8 kills in the first set.
And by Wagner Auto, Sanford Clinic, the South Dakota Office of Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection, American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Envirotech, First National Bank, and Faith Lutheran Church.
As the Governors get across midfield, LaRush now with some open space, looking to send one through forward for Aharts. It comes in. Aharts, he scores! Keith Aharts from LaRush, and it's a 1-0 lead.
And by Cougar Climate Systems, River Bottom Sanitation, Rising Hope Counseling, Pizza Ranch, Olson Plumbing, Dakota Storm Roofing, Ferding Electric, James Valley Landscaping, Lamb Motors, May Adam, and First Dakota National Bank.
Shelton will lose the ball. The Pierre Governors, they fall on it. They're going to the dome. The Governors score with 8 seconds remaining, and they win it 14-9.
And by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Missouri River Dentistry, Cougar Contracting, Karsten Erickson Roofing, Gales Gas, Edward Jones Financial, and First United Methodist Church. And now to the booth with the call of the game and the voice of the Pierre Governors, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you to Riggs High School as we get set for the home opener between the Pierre Governors and the Douglas Patriots, as the Govs will take on this winless Patriots team. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. Pierre at 0-3, Douglas at 0-7 so far on the year, as we have a new floor for the first time that the Governors get to play on it. It was very nice, very vibrant floor here at Riggs High School. Sophomore game going on right now. We'll pick up the varsity game here after it gets done. They're in set number 2. If Douglas wins, that varsity game will start a little bit sooner. If Pierre wins the second game, it'll be just a little bit later before the varsity game can get underway, as then we'll have to go to a third set. This Pierre Governor team really shared the wealth on Saturday in the 4-set loss to Rapid City Central. Now, the numbers aren't as high as they would like them to be, but they really started to share the wealth, as it was a lot of players that were getting 5 to 6 to 7 kills, and end up being about 6 to 7 girls overall. And so Pierre, while spreading that wealth around, that does give them a lot more options and keeps the defense maybe guessing on where that ball is going to go to. But at the same point as well, that Pierre can be dangerous from anywhere throughout the course of a game. And if they can find themselves a opportunity to continue to rack up points and to continue to get some big swings, that this Governor team can build off of that, hopefully getting their first win of the season right here tonight, and then going from there into Mitchell on Saturday, and then getting Sturgis and Spearfish next weekend, Friday and Saturday, back here at Riggs High School. This Governor team taking on the Douglas Patriots, who are 0-7. They are above them in the standings right now when it comes down to the early season standings. Douglas in 17th place at 0-7. Pierre Governors at 0-3. But Douglas has played, again, they've played a few more games than what the Governors did. And try and get you the standings. I might have to get that out of my get it out of, let's see here. Well, maybe I don't have everything like I thought we were going to have for the Douglas Patriots, but they did play in the Huron tournament over the course of last weekend, and they played Custer on Tuesday. Did not get the win against Custer. So this Douglas team, and we're going to talk with both coaches. We'll talk with Sarah Tucker, the head coach of the Douglas Patriots, as well as also Carrie Wilhouse of the Pierre Governors, and talk about what it means to be able to get this first win. And even though these teams are winless so far in the season, still a long way to go in the year, and what they've maybe liked and what can be better for this Governor and Patriot team as they go down the stretch of the season. Still, 2 months away before we get close to the Sodak 16. I think the regular season ends maybe 2 months from today, so it's still a long way to go for both these teams, and the Pierre Governors want to rack up some wins. And of course, as it is a long season, but you have to start racking up some wins to build up that spot in the standings. You look at what Harrisburg is probably going to be this year. There's other strong teams. Obviously, Pierre has seen Watertown, Stevens as well. But Harrisburg is the cream of the crop in the state of South Dakota, one of the best teams in the country. And for Pierre, you can't be the 16 seed when it comes down to it in the Sodak 16. I know that, again, we're early talking about it because there's still 2 months to go before end of the regular season. But you have to be able to build wins and to be able to climb the standings and get up past the 16 spot, get up to around 13, 12, make it more favorable matchups for you. And it starts with beating the Douglas Patriots here tonight on your home floor in your home opener. Governors and Patriots are coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to step aside. We'll start talking to our coaches here, as we'll first talk with Coach Sarah Tucker of the Douglas Patriots, and then we'll talk with Coach Carrie Wheelhouse of the Pierre Governors. We'll step aside, come back in 4 minutes, and we'll have that conversation with both coaches. Listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to sponsor today's game. Whether you're in the market for a brand new Ford, Lincoln, or Toyota, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our team is here to get you back on the road in style. From tough trucks to family SUVs, we've got the selection you need and the hometown service you deserve. Browse online anytime at CapitalCityFordToyota.com. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, where community drives us forward.
Planting for next year is right around the corner, but do you know how much nutrients your crops will need? Fall soil sampling with CHS River Plains can help you look at each field's nutrient carryover, provide you with a more accurate farm plan, and allow you to take a position on those nutrients needed when you see fit. Plus, it'll make your life easier next spring when the planters are ready to roll and you don't have to wait. Contact your local CHS River Plains agronomist today, and we'll get the pickup headed your way.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, Shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Is it time for a fresh look underfoot? Tired of worn out carpets or outdated flooring? Then you need to visit Country Carpet and Flooring in Pierre. We're your local experts for every style, from plush carpets and durable laminates to elegant hardwoods and luxury vinyl. Discover hundreds of options from top name brands, all with our friendly expert service. Visit Country Carpet and Flooring at 414 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or call us at 605-224-9297. Country Carpet and Flooring. Your floor, your style, our expertise.
Back here on the pregame show on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Join me as Coach Sarah Tucker of the Douglas Patriots. Coach, you come in here tonight against this Pierre Governor team. Long bus ride, but as Douglas is, they're used to the long bus rides. Yep. What's the feeling getting off the bus and getting in ready for the game tonight?
We're excited. We're ready to get started. We've kind of struggled so far this season, so we're just taking baby steps to kind of get where we need to be each game and grow each game. We've got a really kind of young, inexperienced roster this year, so we're trying a bunch of kids and just getting them that varsity experience this year.
Well, and 7 games so far this season, obviously, as you mentioned, a little bit of a struggle, but what have you liked about this team through the first 7 games? Well, maybe wins and losses aren't there right now. What have you really liked about this team?
Honestly, I feel like every game we grow a little bit, and we've been able to hold our composure and really have that mentality that even though the wins aren't there, we're not falling apart. I think the girls are bonded really well. They're gelling well together, and it's just a matter of just overcoming some obstacles and figuring out who fits best where and getting those wins from there.
These long bus rides and road games kind of help even more solidify that bond?
That's, if you ask our girls what their favorite part of the season is, it's always the bus rides. They get to play games, they get to hang out. We have pajama parties on the way home and just little random things like that. It's for our girls, it's more about making them feel like a family and really enjoying going out than anything.
This Pierre Governor team, they're coming in at 0-3 on film. What have you seen from them that stands out?
So I watched them against Central and Stevens, and they do. I mean, they look kind of young and scrappy as well. I think serving, they serve aggressive, so we just need to be able to pass. They have some tall girls, obviously, so if we can just get some touches on that, we should be okay. And we just need to play our game and see what we can do.
Both teams looking for that first win tonight. Yeah. So how key is a good start for either one of these teams, but especially the Douglas Patriots? How key is a good start?
That's been our drawback this year so far. It takes us a while to get going. So, I mean, if we can get zoned in and get in there, because I'm a firm believer, energy wins games, and we got to come out on top, especially being with our home crowd. We're going to have to bring that energy, and then we have to be consistent. We have to give 100% effort, and then whatever happens, happens.
Biggest key overall for the Douglas Patriots to get a win?
Consistency, effort, and energy, 100%. 100%. We've got to be consistent. We've got to give it all on the court. We've got nothing to lose. Give it all.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight. Good luck this season.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's head coach Sarah Tucker of the Douglas Patriots. Back with more of the pregame show next year on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Have you assessed the condition of your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9797 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters. Reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
At Wheelhouse Auto Body, we believe in treating our customers and their cars like family. Our service-focused team has over 50 years combined experience in the automotive repair industry. If you have a vehicle, big or small, that needs some TLC, Wheelhouse Auto Body team is ready to take care of you. Visit Wheelhouse Auto Body at 720 North Garfield or contact us at 605-494-0436. Wheelhouse Auto Body of Pierre.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
For over 60 years, Ferding Electric has been powering homes and businesses across central South Dakota. When you need reliable electrical service, trust the experts with decades of experience. Whether it's a simple residential repair, a complex commercial installation, or even electrical work on your farm, Ferding Electric has you covered. And if you're tired of searching everywhere for that hard-to-find bulb, Ferding Electric carries a wide selection of bulbs, including those hard-to-find fluorescent and specialty options. Visit us at 2903 East Elizabeth Street or call today, 605-224-8684. Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
As we welcome back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Joining me is Coach Carey Wheelhouse. Coach, finally get a chance to play at home. While it's only been 3 games so far, it feels like it's taken a long time for this home opener to get here. What's the feeling going in tonight for these girls to play on this home floor again?
Yeah, super excited to be on the home court. Slightly nervous to play in front of the home crowd, but I think they're ready to roll. We've worked pretty hard this week, changing some stuff that, and adjusting some stuff from this weekend that didn't go our way.
0-3 right now to start the season, but that game against Rapid City Central, you guys really shared the wealth around. And while, you obviously want the numbers to be higher for all those girls, but there was, I think, 4 or 5 girls that were all within 1 kill of each other. How nice was that to see, and then to be able to build off of that on Saturday to go into today?
Yeah, it's nice to see us being able to spread the ball around, because typically we've been kind of pin heavy, and so seeing that we can spread the ball to different girls and get some kills off of it is what we've been really working on. Whether it's a back row attack, using our middles a little bit more, and seeing those girls get that confidence is a huge thing for us.
This Douglas team comes in at 0-7. They got to play in the Huron tournament, so that's why they end up having a few more games than what you guys have. What have you seen from them on film that, while they haven't won a game, that makes them a dangerous team tonight?
Yeah, dangerous team is that they're not going to give up on anything, and we've got to be ready for, they'll send it over on a second ball. They'll send over stuff that we're just not used to seeing. It might not be a hard swing. It might be something that's a little off speed, so we've just got to be ready to pick up everything they send.
This is kind of maybe an odd question for some that might hear, but it is a new floor on the gym floor that if you're watching on YouTube that you'll be able to see tonight, and maybe you've been here to see it already, but it does change a little bit of the footing, and it does change a little bit. Lighting is just a little bit different because of the color of the floor and everything. What does that change? Obviously, you guys have been practicing on this floor, but to have a full, true game, what does that change from last year going into this year with this floor?
Yeah, it's a little different. The lines are a little bit different colored, so we just got to keep, our consistency with knowing which color is the line. We practiced last night with the full setup so that we can kind of more get a read, because with the green outside, a little bit different colored, it makes it a little bit different for that depth perception, but we've just gotten really used to it and used to what we need to do on the floor. It's a nice new floor that's pretty sticky, and so we know that we can't maybe slide like we used to or dive like we used to, so we got to adjust that a little bit. But yeah, it's been great. It's nice to see.
And I was talking about having a good start and the key to having a good start, but being the home opener and being trying to get that first win of the season, how key is a good start tonight for the Pierre Governors?
Yeah, we keep talking in practice, after this past week, that we need to be the first ones to get to 10, then first ones to 15, then 20, then 25, and we really need to push and get that started faster at the beginning. We've been typically kind of coming out slow and a little soft, and so we've just got to start right away, get those points, and not get behind.
Then biggest key overall for the Pierre Governors to get the win tonight?
For us is just to stay in our game plan, keep our heads out of the game, so that we can just play like we know we are going to.
Coach, appreciate the time as always. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
As head coach Kara Wheelhouse of the Pierre Governors, back with more of the pregame show next here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut hundreds of cross, and played hours of peekaboo and duck duck gray duck because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Carrie Bauman will help make it easy and affordable to help protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Carrie Bauman in Pierre today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello, friends. This is Pastor Sam at Faith Lutheran Church. We have many blessings to give thanks. A beautiful city on the river, helpful and encouraging friends and neighbors, and of course, our peer athletes. They're the reason for us being here, so let's help them out. I will be praying for our athletes throughout this season. I encourage you to join me in praying for their health and safety as well as their success, both on the field and in the classroom.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
Did you know it is important for your child to see the dentist at the time their first tooth erupt? A healthy smile begins at birth, and there are many variables, from healthy eating habits to good oral hygiene and routine dental care. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer. At Missouri River Dentistry, we enjoy working with people of all ages. Dentistry is our profession, but people are our focus. I invite families to come experience an office that uses the latest techniques and equipment to be sure you receive that healthy and happy smile. To schedule your appointments for your family, call us at 223-2021. Kids love us, parents trust us.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Most of us already know that Gale's Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane.
They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Sports. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pierre Pizza Ranch is only minutes from the South Dakota State Capitol building and right down the road from where the Pierre Governors play. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre. Go Govs! Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
Whenever there's a project that will make our community a better place to live, you're right there doing what you can to help. You volunteer because it's your nature to be helpful. All of us at First Fidelity Bank would like to thank you for all you do to make our community a better place to live. First Fidelity Bank, first-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
We welcome you back as we continue here on the pregame show on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Coming up after we get done with our game here tonight, so we will have coverage of the Cowboys and the Eagles in their first game of the regular season. They're scheduled to kick off somewhere around 20, maybe 30 minutes from now as they'll get kickoff going. We've got about right around 10 minutes away before we get underway between the Pierre Governors and the Douglas Patriots here at Riggs High School. First home game of the season for this Pierre Governor team. They will be on the road Saturday to Mitchell, and then they will come home next week, Friday and Saturday, to take on Sturgis and Spearfish, as we'll have coverage of Saturday's game coming up as well with the 2:30 first serve. Right around 2 o'clock we'll get on the air and then have 2:30 first serve from Mitchell High School and their brand new high school and that brand new facility at Mitchell, which will be really awesome to be in that place for the first time since they got that new school opened up, and that new gym will be much cooler. Got to figure that's going to be much cooler in that gym. If you've been to a volleyball game at any points between Pierre and Mitchell, as long as it wasn't a Sodak 16 game or very late in the season, it was pretty hot in that gym whenever they played. So it's going to be a lot nicer to play Saturday afternoon from Mitchell High School, as the Governors are taking the court now to get themselves warmed up and ready to go. They'll be in their home white jerseys for the first time this year. And then Douglas Patriots will be wearing their navy blue jerseys, their road navy blue jerseys. So we are getting set for Pierre Governor action against the Douglas Patriots. Tomorrow night we've got Pierre Governor football as they will take on the Huron Tigers. We'll have coverage at 6:30 and a 7 o'clock kickoff, as Mendel Miller will join me for the call of that game. And then Saturday we'll have Pierre Governor volleyball. We also have college football Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning leading up to Pierre volleyball, and then joining in progress Missouri and Kansas college football Saturday late afternoon. And then we'll have the NFL 3 times on Sunday, as we'll have the Seahawks 49ers game. That'll be the second game of our triple header that we usually have on Sundays anyway, but it'll be our second game of the triple header, and Gray Zabel's first NFL starts in the regular season, as he will donning that Seahawks jersey, and Pierre's own Gray Zabel will be making the NFL debut
coming up on Sunday, and of course then Sunday Night Football to wrap up the night, and then Monday Night Football coming up on Monday, as it will be the Vikings and the Bears that will be coming up from Chicago. We'll have it here on KCCR. Governors are looking for their first win of the season. It is going to be a busy night of volleyball. We'll check to see if there's any scores going right now. We're going to be 30 minutes behind schedule, originally scheduled start time. Harrisburg and T are already underway, and Harrisburg has a 1-0 lead over T. They won 25-9 in that first game in T. Brookings is hosting Watertown, and it's just Pierre and Douglas. That's the only other AA game. Sully Butte Chargers over on Country 95.3. They'll be taking on the Miller Rustlers. And Miller, who lost to Aberdeen-Roncalli in 5 sets. They're ranked number 4 in the polls, is Miller. They will be over on Country 95.3 around 7:30, 7:45 for that first serve. So while if you want to get the most of everything, you can keep it here until the game's done with for Pierre and Douglas, and then you can get over there to catch the finale of Sully Butte and Miller as well over on Country 95.3. Sully Butte Charger football is off this week. They have their bye week, so no game on Country 95.3 tomorrow night, but DT will be back on the air for football next week Friday whenever the Chargers head to Hitchcock-Tulare. This Governor volleyball team, and again, they can share the wealth, and talking with Coach Wheelhouse, we're still waiting on some of the starters that will come through because there's a possibility of maybe, depending on if they get the serve to the start, or maybe if they're receiving the first time, their rotation might be a little bit different. But they're going to the combination of 2 of the 3 hitters that Coach Wheelhouse is looking to start, and that will be, again, probably telling on, now they've already had their coin flip, but we'll see who is actually in the starting lineup for the Pierre Governors when it comes down to it here in the next couple of minutes, whenever warm-ups wrap up and we get to start playing some volleyball. You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Again, after we're done with Pierre volleyball tonight, we probably have a quick post-game show and then jump into coverage of the Cowboys and Eagles on at KCCR for our first NFL game. So be rather quick post-game show regardless of win or loss. We'll go pretty quick, and we'll do the same on Saturday as well to get you the most coverage of games in action on KCCR. And of course, we'll have recaps going into tomorrow morning on our website at kccrradio.com and over on our Facebook page at KCCR Sports. The Governors and Douglas Patriots. One of these teams will get their first win tonight. Douglas at 0-7, Pierre at 0-3. Both these teams are on the outside looking into the SODAC 16 standings right now, with Roosevelt and T also outside of the SODAC 16 standings. I mentioned that Douglas was ahead of Pierre. They're both tied with 37 seed points right now, trailing by less than a point to Brookings and Yankton. Of course, those games will be coming up later on in the season for the Pierre Governors. And if you were joining us, and while we can't guarantee it, we're scheduled to start at 6:30 during weekday games. However, for the first couple weekday games, both last Tuesday in Watertown and now here tonight, we have not started at 6:30. We've been closer to a 7 o'clock start, which would the usual scheduled start times. So while that probably is going to be the case, we don't want you to go anywhere and want you to miss into the action. So, I would at least check by 6:30 every time. We'll probably be on the air before 6:30. They say scheduled around 6 o'clock for pregame coverage. But as things go, and obviously we're going to be closer to 45 minutes on the air before we get started tonight, just because the first 2 games get going at 7 o'clock and about a half an hour behind schedule doesn't mean that the next 2 games would be the same way. And so you have to bear with us, and we're trying to give you the best coverage and the close to the coverage time as possible without really extending things out and going past 45 minutes to an hour of a pregame show. We want to be concise with what we're talking about and get you the coaches' interviews, get you set for the game. But obviously, sometimes it might be a little bit longer of a pregame show before the Governors take the court and get into action in volleyball for the most part. But as they get done with their warm-ups, they will have the national anthem and start getting lineups set. We will step aside. We'll come back in 3 minutes and have first serve between the Pierre Governors and the Douglas Patriots. Back in 3 minutes on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Oh, shut the water off! Shut the water off! Oh, don't give me that look. I know you said to call Allied Plumbing and Heating. I read the instructions and I watched a couple of videos. I thought that I had this. Let me watch a couple more videos and I'll take care of it. Just go to your sister's. I'll have it fixed. Hello, Allied Plumbing and Heating. I need your help.
You can rely on your allies at Allied Plumbing and Heating, 605-494-2001.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at EnvirotechWaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Stock up and save on the toughest filters in the business during Wix Filters sale days at your local Auto Value Parts store. Not only will you get the best deal of the season on our very best filters, but you'll also find deep discounts on oil, fluids, grease, batteries, and more. Upgrade your filters during Wix Filters sale days at your local Auto Value Parts store. See store for official sale dates. Auto Value. We've got the parts. We've got the smarts.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120. Sanford Health Pierre Clinic provides comprehensive and convenient care to Pierre, South Dakota and its surrounding communities. We care for all your health needs, including preventive care, pediatric health, annual checkups, chronic disease care, and more. Schedule an appointment today at 605-945-5560. Ask about our heart health specialist. Visit this clinic on the second Tuesday of every month. Sanford Health Clinic Pierre, 605-945-5560.
Is your roof ready for the next South Dakota storm? Don't wait till it's too late. For over 25 years, Karsten Erickson Roofing and Construction has been serving Central South Dakota with quality roofing and construction. He has now added gutters. We offer dependable service, guaranteed workmanship, and no unnecessary flash or fuss. Just reliable protection for your home. Karsten Erickson Roofing and Construction. Experience you can trust. Call today, 605-280-8133. Karsten Erickson Roofing and Construction, serving Central South Dakota for over 25 years.
Ready for the biggest savings of the season? The Slumberland Labor Day sale is on now in Pierre. Save big on famous brands like Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Steams & Foster. From living rooms to bedrooms and mattresses to dining sets, the entire store is on sale. Whether you're refreshing one room or the whole house, now is the time to buy and save. Hurry into Slumberland Labor Day sale, 920 North Garfield Avenue on the Truck Bypass in Pierre.
As we welcome you back, we are ready to go for the Pierre Governors and the Douglas Patriots. John Winkler with you on this Thursday evening. Eliza Mayer back at the station as we get you your starters. First for the Douglas Patriots, the visitors on the scoreboard. It'll be number 1, Emma Odegaard, the 5'5" junior right side hitter center. Number 2, Nicole Blanchard, the 5'5" sophomore outside hitter. Number 4, Ashlyn Ablasius, the 5'3" junior defensive specialist. Number 9, Miley Archer, the 5'10" junior middle hitter. number 16, Lexi Bird, the 5'9", sophomore middle hitter. And the libero for the Knights will be Ramsey Johnson, the 5'4", senior. For the Douglas Patriots, Sarah Tucker is the head coach for the Douglas Patriots. For the Pierre Governors, their starters, they start with number 4, Allie Keys, the 5'8", junior outside hitter. Number 7, Sloan Waldron, the 5'7", senior right side hitter. It'll be number 8, Lexa Schleckway, the 5'7", senior defensive specialist. Number 15, Marina Bushbaum, the 5'9", junior right side hitter. Number 17, Addison Novotny, the sophomore middle hitter. Number 18, Paige Sporer, the senior outside hitter. And the libero will be Hallie Hart, the 5'6", senior. As she will wear the green and black jersey, and at least a new libero jersey for Hallie Hart. I believe maybe the Governor jerseys are new themselves for the home side. But again, they're wearing the white jerseys for the Pierre Governors with the green libero jersey for Hallie Hart. Douglas Patriots wearing their navy blue jerseys with the white libero, as the Governors will hit from right to left, the Patriots from left to right. As we are just about set with the starting lineups being announced right now on the floor. Well, the Governors looking for their first win. This is going to be an opportunity for Pierre to get that first win. Then you take on a much improved Mitchell Colonel team before then Spearfish, and that good Sturgis, or the Sturgis team, and then a good Spearfish team will be in town next week, Friday and Saturday here at Riggs High School. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be good. Gonna be fun here tonight between Pierre and Douglas to get us going in the home opener of 2025. And we'll see where we start with who will serve first. If it will be the Governors that will serve first, the way they're lined up right now. Well, both teams are kind of standing around like they're not serving first. But that front row will be Allie Keys, Addison Novotny, and Marina Bushbaum. And the back row right now, before Hadley Hart joins the play, will be Sloan Waldron, Alexis Schleckway, as well as also Paige Sporer. And Sporer will come out for Hadley Hart, and it looks like it will be the Governors that will serve first, and Sloan Waldron will go back to serve. So Waldron, the 5'7" senior, she will get us started here this evening. And after 37 minutes behind schedule, we are officially underway as Waldron will serve from right to left. To the back row it went to the libero in Johnson. On the far side, that attack came from Jaden Gray. It was dug out by Hart, and then the left-handed attack by Novotny was dug out as well. Picked up by Bushbaum. Now it'll come this near side for Keys, off the net and played by Douglas again. Over the far side, middle of the floor, and then into the net goes Nicole Blanchard, and Pierre will take the first point of the night. Hitting error for Blanchard, and that's how we get started this evening. So Waldron with a 1-0 lead will serve again. From that far side of the courts, Johnson on the reception. It'll be set to the near side. The attack coming from Blanchard. It was blocked, but the Governors have to recover from it because it was pushed back across by Douglas. High bump set, goes to the far side. Douglas now on the far side of the court. From left to right, Blanchard again. It was dug out by Hart, middle of the floor for the Governors. Dug out by Ramsey. Here to the far side again, from left to right. Another Blanchard attack that Hart's able to dig out. And for the back row, the attack coming from Allie Keys, and it will go for a kill. And Keys will make it a 2-0 lead. I think that Alexis Schleckway that had the attack. It looked like it was Keys, but it was Schleckway, excuse me. So Schleckway gets the first kill of the night. 2-0 lead. Waldron another serve. Skipped off the net. Johnson was able to recover. And it'll be a free ball coming from Johnson across. Hart will play it up. Waldron will set. Left-handed attack by Bushbaum. Dug out by Douglas. Johnson back across from the libero spot. Hart has to get it closer to the net. Now Keys goes across, but dug out by Johnson again. Near side attack. That one might have been going out. Waldron got a piece of it, and it will be a kill for Jaden Gray. And Douglas gets on the board to make it 2-1. Might have been going out, but close enough. Waldron tried to make that play. And so now it will be a serve for Blanchard for the Douglas Patriots. 2-1 lead for Pierre. First serve left to right from Blanchard is received by Hart. Now Waldron over. That one goes to the Keys, and that one's a miss hit by Allie Keys. And it's a 2-2 score. There's 1 kill apiece in the first 4 points. 2-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Blanchard again will serve for Douglas. To the back row, Hart to receive it. Waldron will set, middle of the floor. Novotny will hit it too far. Back-to-back hitting errors by the Governors. And it's now a 3-2 lead as Douglas has scored 3 in a row to take a 1-point advantage. Blanchard on the serve. That one is right on the line and in to make it a 4-2 lead. And Nicole Blanchard gets the first ace of the night for either side. And Douglas has scored 4 in a row. And the Patriots are up by 2. Blanchard another serve. This will be received in the back row by Schleckaway. Now Bushbaum with the left hand. That's dug out coming from New Holy. And then across in the back row, attack by Johnson. And then there's the attack from Allie Keys. That was not blocked by Douglas. And Keys will pick up her first official kill now. And it's a 4-3 Douglas lead. And they stop the 4-0 run to the Governors. Here's Hadley Hart, the libero. The senior lefty across. That'll be an ace for Hadley Hart. Skipped off the arm of Johnson. And Hart will get the first ace on the side of the Pierre Governors, and we're all knotted up at 4 here in the first set. So Hart again on the serve. That one skips off the net and it lands down for back-to-back aces for Hart. And it's 5-4. Hit one, obviously didn't go too long, but hit one to the back row. And got an ace, and one skips off the net, and it rolls away for the Governors. This one then will be long, so 3 straight serves for Hart. She gets 2 aces and then a service error. First one from either side of the service errors, and it's now 5-5 here in the first set. Ramsey Johnson, the libero on the serve. Middle of the floor, she'll serve that one long and hits the corner judge referee, and it's now a 6-5 lead. As Johnson picks up her first service error, first one from the Douglas Patriots. Pierre's back on top by 1 here in set number 1. Just underway here at Riggs High School. Reminder, after we're done here tonight on KCCR, we will have the NFL with the Cowboys and Eagles. We'll join that in progress after we're done tonight. On the serve, that one will go long from Lola Keenels. And it's now 6-6. So Keenel's on the first serve. Too far, service error, 6-6 our score. 2 service errors on back-to-back serves by the Governors. And that'll be Jillian Vernon on the serve. And that will be near ace, and it will be an ace for Vernon. And Douglas will take the lead. And we've struggled to see play happen outside of serves right now. Jillian Vernon's first ace. Vernon again on the serve. That will go long, and it's now 7-7. So we just continue to have nothing but serves be points, whether it's in favor or against the team that's serving. It's now 7-7 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Both teams have 2 aces. Both teams have 2 service errors. Vernon now will set far side attack. That's going to be dug out by the Governors. Goes back near side for Sporer, and that will go into the corner for a kill. Paige Sporer, first one of the night. And Sporer picks up her first one in a really good attack that got to the corner. No one even close for the Douglas Patriots. This one goes to the side on the serve from Molly Olson. This will be over. Keenels will dig it out. Now Sporer on the attack. That's dug out again. Back over for Elena Newholy. That will go down for a kill. And Elena Newholy has tied it up here in the first set. Take that Ayana. I had an AI, or AL, but it's AI. Ayana Newholy will get her first kill. Ashlyn Blasius will now serve. Slaps the volleyball, serves it across, received by Waldron. The attack comes from Sporer, and it's dug out by Vernon. Near side, that one just a miss by Riley LaJoy. And it's a point for the Governors. And LaJoy picks up her first hitting error. Didn't really get much of it at all, but it just rolled off the fingers. Missed time the jump, missed time the swing for LaJoy. Coming from the back of her, so it was a little bit harder to judge. As now Sporer will serve. Johnson to receive. Vernon will set. And then it's over by Blanchard. Sporer was able to dig it out. Olsen will set. Now Keys was blocked, and it stayed in. And a block point for the Douglas Patriots and Miley Archer. 9-9 here in the first set on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffle by scoreboard. Nobody has been able to take more than a 2-point lead. Pierre led 2-0, then Douglas led 4-2. And it's been trading points back and forth. Olsen will set. Waldron, it got off the tip of the block, and it went down for a point for the Governors. And Sloan Waldron picks up her first kill of the night. Didn't have a lot on it, but when it was touched at the net by Douglas, a lot of the steam came off the ball and dropped in front of the Patriot back row. And so now a 10-9 lead for Pierre. As Schleckaway will serve. Near side, the attack from Douglas. Skipped off the net, dug out by the Governors. Olsen will set. That one was blocked, and Novotny's chance was blocked. And another block point here for Douglas. And that will be by number 16 in Lexi Bird. And so now it's 10-10. Second block shot point of the night for Douglas. And we continue to trade points back and forth. Emma Odegaard, the 5'5" junior on the serve, hits it into the net. The Governors are back on top 11-10. Third service error of the first set for Douglas. Sloan Waldron, as the rotation gets all the way through. Waldron, who started the game off for the Governors, she will serve again. An 11-10 lead here in the first set for the Govs. From right to left on the radio dial. This will be an ace right between both Blanchard and Johnson. And the third ace for the Governors in this first set. Waldron's first of the night. And it's now a 12-10 lead. And see if the Governors can pick up their first 3-point lead of the night. Waldron on the serve. Blanchard to receive. It'll be set to the far side. That attack, Hart can't dig it out cleanly. And it'll end up being a kill for Jaden Gray, her second of the night. And it's now 12-11. So Pierre has to score another 2 points in a row to try and get themselves a 3-point advantage. Blanchard will serve now for Douglas. The 5'5" sophomore. Hart receives it. It'll be set by Waldron. And now Keys the attack. Johnson was able to slide down and get the dig. And then New Holy's opportunity. That's dug out. And nice pass to the front of the net. There's a kill attempt, and Allie Keys makes it now 13-11. It was set by Sloan Waldron. And Keys picks up her second kill, but that dig was perfectly placed to the front of the net. And if Pierre can continuously do that, I mean, the passing off the dig is what really helps makes that setter look even better. And the Governors have some good setters as Hallie Hart will pick up the ace. That's going to be her third of this first set, and it's 14-11. And now we've got the referee talking with Coach Carrie Wheelhouse. I'm not sure what they were discussing, but nothing comes of it. Coach Wheelhouse doesn't sit down. Nothing really seemed to be off. Hart will serve. That's another ace. It was touched by New Holy. 4 aces in the set for Hadley Hart, and it's 15-11. And there's your first time out of the ball game. The Governors have their largest lead, 15-11 here in set number 1. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Today's game is made possible by our great local sponsors like Kathy Sunshine Properties. Whether you're buying, selling, or looking for your forever home, Kathy and her crew are here to help make your move simple and stress-free. With local expertise and commitment to their clients, they are ready to go to work for you. Call 605-224-5588 today or visit contactkathy.com. Kathy Sunshine Properties, turning your dreams into an address.
It is a 15-11 lead on American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby and scoreboard. John Wickler back with you on this Thursday night. And again, we've got coverage of the NFL coming up after we get done with volleyball tonight. We'll have the Cowboys and Eagles looking to kick off here shortly. But again, we'll not necessarily, maybe, depending on how late this game goes, we'll maybe forego a post-game show. New Holy on the attack, dug out by Hart coming out of the timeout. Waldron will send it back row for Schleckaway. The attack is good from Alexis Schleckaway. And it's now a 16-11 lead, a 5-point advantage. Schleckaway's second kill of this first set. 4 different Governors have gotten into the kill column, with 2 from Keys and 2 from Schleckaway. Hart serve, how about another ace? That is ace number 5 for Adley Hartz. 17-11 here in set 1. Hart's been on fire serving the ball. 6-point lead for the Governors. Hart, another lefty serve. That one, it's a hard serve across the net. Comes back to Hart. Waldron now will set back. Bushbaum's attack goes into the net. And it stops the streak for the Governors. Only the 3rd hitting error of the first set for Pierre. As Bushbaum picks up her first hitting error of the night. Ramsey Johnson will go back to serve. 17-12 score. American Family Insurance, Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard where the Pierre Governors leading. This will be set by Bushbaum. Have to go across. Stayed in play by Sporer. More of a free ball. That blocked by Sporer, and then the hit back goes out. And Paige Sporer with the block shot. So we'll give her the block shot points for Paige Sporer. And it's now a 6-point lead here for the Governors. 18-12 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. Lola Keenholz will go back to serve. The 5'6" senior. With a hard serve across. Blanchard was able to receive it relatively clean. Waldron digs out that opportunity. Sporer goes across with 2 hands. Near side it comes. Chance for Gray, dug out by the Governors. Now middle of the floor, off the net, unable to get the attack to fall for Pierre. Now near side, and that will go into the net. It was Alyssa Lowe that had the first initial attack, and then Jaden Gray put it into the net, her first hitting error of the night. And it's now a 19-12 lead. Pierre's starting to pull away here late in set number 1. Keenholz jump serve, that will go long. And it's now 19-13. Second service error from Keenholz. 6-point lead, though, for the Governors. 19-13 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. Jillian Vernon back to serve for Douglas. She goes left to right. Bushbaum will receive it. Waldron, back row attack from Keenholz. That will be a kill for Lola Keenholz, and she's on the score column, and it's now 20-13. She's fired up after that kill. Molly Olson checks in and will serve for the Governors. 5'6" junior. Olson to the back row. Blanchard to receive it. Vernon will set to the net. Punched over by New Holy. Hart played it. Then the set goes all the way across, and Waldron ends up hitting it too far. And it's now 20-14. Didn't get on top of the ball, got underneath it. And it's now 20-14. Still 6-point lead. Governors 5 points away from taking the first set. It would be the first time that they would lead in a match this year in their first 4 contests. Sporer opportunity. That's dug out by Johnson. Really good dig there by Johnson. This will be tapped over the net by Douglas. Olson will set for Alyssa Lowe, but that's going to be dug out again by the Patriots. Blanchard's attack. Diving dig there from Hart. Keenholz got into the net. It was tipped back across. And Pierre was looking for maybe hitting it over the nets. But Miley Archer is the one to put it down, and she'll get the kill to make it 20-15. Nearly a great pass there from Keenholz up to the front of the net as she'll receive the serve this time. And Sporer's attack. Johnson was able to jump to dig it out. Might have been going long, but a free ball coming from Douglas. Olson now will set Alyssa Lowe's opportunity. That was dug out and then hit back over on the second attack by Douglas. And then Sporer, as she had to make sure she got over to the net in time. Middle of the floor attack goes down for Archer. Back-to-back kills for Miley Archer to make it 20-16. And Douglas is trying to cut into this deficit right now. as they pull within 4. Pierce still just 5 points away from trying to close out set number 1. Ashlyn Blasius with the serve. Keenels will receive it. It was hit over by Waldron. It's going to be a free ball back by Douglas. Hart is there. Olsen, second hit attack, and it goes played across. Another free ball, though, for the Governors. Misplayed by Keenels momentarily. It comes to a free ball now from Hart. Back row attack coming from the libero and Johnson. Olsen now for Sporer. That one's tipped to the nets. To the back row, Johnson will try and set for Blanchard. Her attack's dug out by Keenels. Whistle low, tipped it across. It came back to the Governor's side. Now far side, Waldron. That's tipped and dug out. Back for Blanchard. That one's blocked by the Governors. Stayed alive by Douglas. Long rally here. Olsen, near side for Sporer. That's dug out by Johnson. Middle of the floor, attacked by Archer. That goes long and is out, and the Governors will pick up the very long points to take a 21-16 lead. That's a momentum-building point. As long of a rally as that was, both teams played well in that rally. But the longer that goes, the momentum is caught that much more when you score. And Pierce got a 5-point lead, just 4 points to go for a set 1 win. As Douglas gets it back across, here are the Governors, the attack coming from Keys. It was dug out, and then we get into the net. Miley Archer is into the net, and it's now 22-16. And Pierre is now 3 points away from picking up a set 1 win as they lead it by 6 on American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Sporer on the serve, that will go into the net. Another service error by Pierre, 22-17. That is the 4th service error of the set. Now, Pierre does have 6 aces in this set, but 4 service errors as Miley Archer is now serving for Douglas. That one will be an ace for Archer. Sliding in was Keys and misplayed it. It is 22-18. And the timeout will be taken by the Pierre Governors. 22-18, they still lead it by 4 here in set number 1. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR. You're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
This fall, Beck Motor Company, your Heartland Chevy dealer, is proud to support our local athletes and all the fall sports that bring our community together. At BMC, we're here to take the stress out of car buying and maintenance. Whether you're in for routine service or looking to drive home in a brand new Chevy, you'll find a team that's honest, helpful, and ready to go the extra mile. Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. www.beckmotors.com.
Back here at Riggs High School, the football game has just kicked off, and again, we'll have coverage after we're done here on KCCR. We'll have coverage of a couple college football games on Saturday, as well as 3 NFL games on Sunday. We will not have the NFL game tomorrow night. The Chiefs and Chargers are playing in Brazil, but Pierre Governor football will supersede the play of the NFL. Out of the timeout, this will be an attack coming from the Governors over on the far side. That is tipped. Hart. Now it's going to be over from Olsen. It was pancaked. It's still alive. The Governors were celebrating. And it is going to be a point for Douglas. Okay, now they're saying it was not pancaked by Olsen. Or off the Olsen attack. It is the Pierre Governor points. I believe it is the Pierre Governor point. And it's 23-18. And Olsen will get the kill. But everybody is looking at the referee. And now the referees are going to talk about this. Initially, the play continued all the way through until Douglas returned the ball. And it was Douglas' point now, but the referee had said it did hit the floor. And now all the referees are going to get together and talk about this and see what they saw. The pancakes are sometimes hard to see. But a pancake dig could have been there for Douglas while Pierre thought they had scored the point. All 6 girls on the floor were celebrating that the point was had. The whistle didn't blow. And it will be the Pierre Governor point. so Olsen will get the kill. And Pierre is now 2 points away from getting a set one win. Again, they let the play run out, but that only kind of goes into the NFL and football when you have the instant replay and say, well, we can go back and check it. Doesn't necessarily mean much for high school volleyball, but they didn't let the play run out, and Pierre does get the point. This will come across on the serve reception from Douglas. Keys an opportunity, dug out by Ramsey Johnson as she was trying to turn back around. It was unable to move away from her teammate, and it turns into a kill for Allie Keys to make it a 24-18 lead. Pierre's got 6 set points to work with to try and win this first set. Here is a serve that from Schleckaway that goes into the nets, and it's now 24-19. And Alexis Schleckaway will pick up the service error, 5th of the first set by Pierre. So now it'll be Emma Odegaard that will serve for Douglas, needing 5 straight points to keep this first set alive. This will be served long and out, and that will give the Governors the first set win, 25-19. So Pierre opens up with a 1-0 lead, the first time they are leading in a game, in a match this season, with a 25-19 first set win. Back in 2 minutes for set number 2. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR. You're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Becky Pottsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance. It's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
You know that feeling when you're exactly where you're meant to be? That's what it feels like to bank at First National Bank Pierre. We're not some big faceless corporation. We're your neighbors. We're the people you see at the grocery store, at the local ball game. We're committed to helping this community grow one person at a time. Need a loan for your new home? Or maybe you're starting that business you've always dreamed of. Our team is here ready to listen and help you find the right financial solution. Because at First National Bank in Pierre, we believe in hometown banking. Visit us at one of our 2 locations in Pierre or our Fort Pierre location. First National Bank, your hometown bank.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers 30-plus years of in-home support services to our local communities. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
We welcome you back. It is set number 2. The Pierre Governors with a 25-19 win in set number 1. And the Govs will be looking to take a 2-0 lead as we get into the second set, and Douglas will start with the serve here in set number 2. And again, after we're done here tonight, it will be the NFL with the Cowboys and Eagles first game of the season. We'll have it for you here on KCCR. And as we pop up our scores, we'll have that again up in the left-hand corner as we get the scoreboard back up. Let's reset the score for set number 2. Well, we'll have the scores on the left-hand side, and again, it's by the scoreboard that you're looking at. 19-25 is in favor of Pierre. If it was 25-19, it'd be in favor of Douglas. That's how we'll keep track of those scores for you if you're watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports, as we are underway here in set number 2, and the first serve will go long. And it is Emma Odegaard that will have the service error, her third one so far of the match, and a 1-0 lead for Pierre to start off the second set. That's their 5th service error for Douglas. Pierre had 5 in the first set. They had 6 aces overall, 5 of them coming from the libero Hadley Hart. Waldron on the serve. This will be on the far side. Jaden Gray, that's dug out by Hart. Waldron now near side for Keys. That's into the corner, and that's a kill for Ellie Keys to make it a 2-0 lead early on here for the Governors. Her 4th kill of the night. Keys having herself a really strong start to this volleyball game. I was going to say hockey game because we can see a guy walking. We've seen a couple guys in full hockey gear without the skates on. As this will be an ace coming from Sloan Waldron. And Waldron will pick up her 2nd ace to make it a 3-0 lead for the Governors here in set number 2. Both teams really talked about how they were sluggish to start matches. They need to be better to start these matches. As this one here on the near side for Douglas. This is a free ball from Blanchard. Now Waldron will set. Bush bombs attack. That is going to be dug out by Odgaard. Another free ball here for the Governors. Hart to Waldron, middle of the floor. That's off the hands and down, and Addison Novotny is on the scoreboard with her 1st kill of the evening. 4-0 lead for Pierre to open up the 2nd set. But both teams are talking about they need to have good starts, and they were trading leads back and forth for the first 20 points of this match, and Pierre has really taken control since then and have started here in this 2nd set. This will be a service error by Waldron as she puts it into the net. And her 1st service error of the night, and the 6th overall by Pierre. And so Douglas is on the scoreboard here in the 2nd set as Blanchard now will serve for Douglas. This will be received by Schleckaway. This could be a free ball. Will it get over the net? It does. It'll be sent down, and there's a net violation against the Douglas Patriots. It'll be against number 16, Lexi Bird, and Pierre will get the point and take a 5-1 lead. 4-point lead for the Governors here in set 2. Here is Hadley Hart with 5 aces already. This will not be an ace for Hart. This is a free ball, though, for the Governors. Waldron will set it back over to Sporer. Her attack was blocked, but Hart is right there. Waldron now will set to the other side. Bush bombs attack. That will be dug out by Douglas. It'll be another free ball, though, for the Patriots. Hart will play it up to Waldron. Good pass to Waldron. Now it'll be a back row attack that came from Schleckaway, who never left the floor. This will be tipped, and then another net violation that goes undetected, and then put into the nets. And it will be a 4-5-2 lead. And now we'll get a warning that will go against Novotny, who slammed the ball down. A yellow card comes out. We don't see yellow cards come out very often to players. But Novotny will pick up the hitting error. And so now it's 5-2, and they have to book that down. And, you know, Novotny obviously didn't have any ill will on doing that, but slamming the ball down, I mean, it's just like a technical in basketball. You can't slam the ball down in frustration, even if you don't mean anything by it. Here's Sporer's attack, and that'll be a kill for the Governors to get right back in the scoring column. Paige Sporer's 2nd kill of the night, 6-2 lead for the Governors here in set number 2. And Addison Novotny will go back to serve. No height listed for the sophomore, but the middle hitter will have a chance to increase the Governors' lead. You receive by Blanchard in the back row. Far side, the attack coming from Archer. Novotny is able to dig it out. Waldron now will set. There's Sporer's attack, and that is in again for Paige Sporer to make it a 7-2 lead. Back-to-back kills for Sporer, and it's now a 5-point lead for the Governors here in set 2. Novotny another serve here for the Governors. This will be set from Odgaard. Gray's attack, it was misplayed by Novotny. And it's Jaden Gray that gets her 3rd kill of the night. 1st kill of the 2nd set for Douglas. Is now a 7-3 lead for Pierre on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. Olivia Harris will check in, as well as also Jillian Vernon checking in. And Vernon, who checks in, will go to serve for the Douglas Patriots. Vernon on the serve. It'll be Keenels that will receive. Waldron, far side, Bush bomb attack. One-handed, left-handed dig by Vernon. Free ball comes across, right at the net, hit back down, and that will be a kill for Miley Archer. Governors were there. The free ball went at an angle and I think caught the Governors off guard a little bit. And Archer is able to pick up her third kill, and all three of them have pretty much been something similar to it, where the ball comes across the net and sent right back down by Archer. Vernon on the serve. Keenol's misplayed it, but Waldron's able to get it across. Good play there by Waldron, but it is a free ball for Douglas. Tipped over the net, and that'll go down for a kill for Olivia Harris. Her first of the night, 7-5. Governors still lead it by 2. The wall for the Governors got up, but Harris was able to just pop it right over that wall. On the reception for the Governors. This will be the attack from Keenol's in the back row. It will go into the nets on the dig, and it is now a 8-5 lead here for the Governors. Let's say there's some bad blood between the Cowboys and the Eagles immediately, as Jalen Carter got ejected for spitting on Dak Prescott. That just came through. This will be tipped to the net. Keenol's is able to dig it out. Now Sporen's attack got to the back row, but dug out by Johnson, the libero. Back to the middle of the net from the back row. An attack was dug out by the Governors. Now Sporen's attempt again. Blanchard's able to get to it. And now Archer from that 10-foot line. Got it across. Olsen sent it to the net, and then it was blocked by Archer on the attack from Alyssa Lowe. And Molly Archer gets the block shot point to make it now 8-6. Ashlyn Blasius will serve here for Douglas with a 2-point lead for Pierre. Olsen near side, that attack by Waldron. That is barely dug out by Blanchard, and she'll go a free ball back, but she hits into the net. And the Governors will pick up the point, 9-6. They lead it by 3 here in set number 2. And now Paige Sporer will serve here for the Governors with a 3-point advantage in the second set, winning the first one 25-19. This will be dug out, played back by the Patriots. Now here is Waldron, middle of the floor. That one will be a kill for Alyssa Lowe to make it now 10-6. Make that Hannah Eads, Hannah Eads, her first kill of the evening for 14, not number 12. And it will be Sporer now that will serve again. This will be played to the far side. That attack, then Blanchard didn't have much on it. And Blanchard will hit it into the net, so it's now a 10-7 ball game. It'll make that 11-6 lead for Pierre, and the timeout taken by the Douglas Patriots. So we'll take one with them. It is a 5-point lead for the Governors in set number 2. Back in 30 seconds on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hi, I'm South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley. If you are a crime victim, there is a way you can stay updated on your case. Crime victims can access the statewide Automated Victim Information and Notification System, or SAVIN. This free service provides victims with important criminal information and notifications. For more information, call 1-844-299-4608 or go to savin.sd.gov.
It is 11-6 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard in set number 2. Pierre Governors won the first set 25-19 and are looking to try and take a 2-0 lead, and they will get the serve as Blanchard had hit it into the net to give the Govs the next point, make it 11-6. By the way, score update for the Cowboys and Eagles is now a 7-7 tie. Both teams score on their first offensive possessions. On the serve, there's an ace for Paige Sporer coming out of the timeout to make it 12-6. Sporer's first ace of the night. 8 aces for the Governors. And we're just to the near midway point of this second set. They've already got 8. Sporer on the serve. Johnson spun it up in the air. Free ball coming from Douglas. Olsen near side. That one just barely got over. Keys didn't get all of it. Now it'll be for the back row. The attack skips off the net. And then Olsen's second hit attack got into the corner, but Johnson's able to dive, keep the ball alive. Then Archer from the back foot on the 10-foot line hits it right into the net. And it's now 13-6. Third hitting error of the set for Douglas. Second of the night for Miley Archer. On the serve again for Sporer. Nice jump serve. It'll be having to be passed up, and then another free ball coming from Douglas. Olsen now will set. The attack from Waldron. It was tipped, so play continues. It is back on the Governor's side. Keys able to get it across, and a net violation coming from Olivia Harris. There's now a 14-6 advantage for the Governors. They lead it by 8 here in the second set. Sporer will serve here for the Governors. Leading by 8, and then that one will go to the net to make it 14-7. Her second service error, and the 7th now of the ball game for the Governors. And Miley Archer is now serving here for the Douglas Patriots. Archer on the serve, that goes right in the net, makes it 15-7. First service error for Archer. Second one of the set for the Patriots, and 6 overall tonight. And Allie Keys will go back to serve. Make that Alexis Schleckway will go back to serve. Schleckway to the back row. Johnson receives. Second hit attack coming from Harris. Now set by Waldron, and then Keys will put it into the net to make it now 15-8. And it was the first hitting error of the set for Keys, only the second for the Governors. 15-8, 7-point lead here for the Governors in set number 2. This will be received to the net. Governors just stay out of the net. The attack was dug out by Douglas. Blanchard got across. Hart slides in. Olsen now over, and that one, the attack goes too far for Keys. Back-to-back hitting errors by the Governors. And it's 15-9. Douglas pulls within 6 here in the second set. That serve will go way too long, and another service error from Emma Odegaard, her 4th of the night, and it's a 7-point lead again for Pierre. 16-9 of the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. On the serve for Waldron. This will come to the net. Odegaard, far side, the attack off the net, and unable to be played out. Gray will get the kill. And it's 16-10. Gray's 4th kill of the evening. Blanchard will serve here for Douglas from left to right. It'll be here for Bushbaum. Comes back to the middle of the floor. That one was tipped, so it will be a point. Addison Novotny will pick it up. And it's now a 17-10 lead for the Governors. Novotny's second kill. They lead it by 7 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. So they put up for the Douglas Patriots right now. They've got to switch that around. They should switch it around. Hadley Hart will serve. This will be set to the near side. That one will be a kill for Jaden Gray to make it now 17-11, but they have 16-12 on the scoreboard. I think they should get that fixed here shortly. On the serve, Hart will receive. It'll be Waldron. Now the attack goes into the net by Schleckway to make it 17-12. Schleckway with the hitting error. They got to make sure they get the score right. It should be 17-12 right now, not 16-13. I think that's what maybe the conversation is that on that kill by Novotny, they put up the point for Douglas and not for the Governors. Because Novotny's only got 2 kills up on the scoreboard, but she's got 3 overall. So that's where the mistake is, that it's 17-12 right now and not 16-13. And it took about 3 points for them to figure things out. So they'll have to subtract 1 from Douglas, add another point to the Governors. As it is 7-7, still in the Cowboys. There we go. Now they got 17-12 on the scoreboard. 7-7 between the Cowboys and the Eagles right now, still in that first quarter. And we'll get after we're done here tonight, we will join that in progress and get you the remainder of that Thursday night football game. And it will be now a serve coming here for the Douglas Patriots, and that will be served along from Ramsey Johnson. Her second service error, and it's now an 18-12 lead for Pierre. They lead by 6 in set number 2. Hassan Novotny now will serve. They got everything corrected with the score. It is right here in the building, as it is on YouTube at KCCR Sports. On that American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Sporer's attack. That'll be a kill for Paige Sporer to make it now 19-12. She's got 4 kills on the evening, 3 in this set. And Pierre leads it by 7. 8 different girls for the Governors have kills. On the serve, Novotny has to play it back, and then her pass didn't get to the net, didn't get close. It was more towards Sporer, but she was ready to go for the attack. And Waldron was diving for it, but couldn't get to it in time, so it makes it a 19-13 game. Pierce still 6 points away from taking a 2-0 lead, but also having a 6-point lead as well. On the serve, this will be Hart to receive it from Vernon. Bushbaum's attack, that one will be blocked and then tipped back over. Now Waldron will try to the near side for Sporer. Didn't get all of it, easy dig out for Blanchard. Then to the far side it goes, from the near side to the far side. It is out by Olivia Harris to make it now 20-13 and a 7-point lead for the Governors. Molly Olson will go back to serve here for Pierre. Olson from right to left. This will be Vernon that will tip it over. Olson is there. Now Waldron near side for Sporer and hits it into the net to make it 20-14. First hitting error by Paige Sporer tonight. She's got 4 kills and just 1 error. Blasius will serve. Ashlyn Blasius. No stats yet, as of yet. And that will be her first stat. It'll be a service error as it was spun into the net. Make it 21-14. Governors lead it by 7. 4 points away from taking a 2-0 lead. Sporer will serve with the Governors needing just 4 points now. And still 4 points. That one was served long to make it 21-15. For Sporer, that's her 3rd service error of the night. And on the serve here for Miley Archer. Skips off the net, diving play, and then able to hit it back over. Waldron shot was blocked. And it will be Lexi Bird getting the block shot point, the 4th one of the night for the Douglas Patriots, 21-16. Pierce still leads by 5. Only needing 4 points to win the second set, but that'll be an ace to make it 21-17. And Miley Archer with the ace, her 2nd of the night. And it's now a 4-point lead. This end up being a hit from Douglas on the serve. And this will be into the net for Allie Keys. And it is another point for the Douglas Patriots. Keys gets the service, or the hitting error, excuse me. And it is now 21-18 in favor of the Governors. And a timeout taken by Pierre. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? At Vilas Pharmacy, we're committed to providing the best for your healthcare needs. We offer competitive pricing on all your prescriptions, ensuring you get great value without compromising on quality. Conveniently located right here in Pierre, getting your medications is always easy. Plus, you'll experience truly personalized service from our friendly and knowledgeable team. We're here to help you every step of the way. Make the switch to a pharmacy that puts you first. Visit us online at vilaspharmacy.com or call us today at 605-224-0907.
It is a 3-point lead now for the Pierre Governors on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard in set number 2. As a timeout taken by the Governors, the Patriots have making their way back in this game. It'll be set by Olsen. Keys the attack. That'll be a kill for Allie Keys. Archer just could not find a way to dig that out cleanly. It wasn't a great attack by Keys, but it was efficient enough. So now it's a 4-point advantage for the Governors, as they are only 3 points away from picking up a set 2 win. Schleckway on the serve, diving for it, then second hit attack. That'll be a hitting error. It was a lift, and it's now 23-18. That was Lexi Bird that gets called for it. 2 points away here for the Governors. Schleckway on the serve. It's almost turned into an ace. It'll be a free ball coming from Vernon. And Olsen now will set to the near side. Keys, that one will be hit on the wrong side of the antenna. That's their 4th hitting error of this second set. And it's 23-19. Governors lead it by 4, just 2 points away from trying to take set number 2. On the serve, it is Odegaard. It'll be Olsen's second hit attack. Almost got to it, and it will go down. Molly Olsen will pick up her second kill to make it 24-19, and the Governors now have 5 set points to work with. Sloan Waldron to serve and to give the opportunity for the Governors to take the second set. Waldron from right to left. And that'll be an ace, and that'll be a second set win. Waldron makes it her 3rd ace, 25-19 in set number 2. And the Governors have a 2-0 lead, and they will look to sweep the night coming up in set number 3. We'll step aside for 2 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
James Valley Landscape and Solutions, creating breathtaking spaces. All because of them, with 40 years of experience and the best landscaping team in the business, hire them to create spaces unimaginable. For a career with great benefits and a rewarding salary, let them hire you. James Valley Landscape and Solutions.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to sponsor today's game. Whether you're in the market for a brand new Ford, Lincoln, or Toyota, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our team is here to get you back on the road in style. From tough trucks to family SUVs, we've got the selection you need and the hometown service you deserve. Browse online anytime at CapitalCityFordToyota.com. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, where community drives us forward.
Planting for next year is right around the corner, but do you know how much nutrients your crops will need? Fall soil sampling with CHS River Plains can help you look at each field's nutrient carryover, provide you with a more accurate farm plan, and allow you to take a position on those nutrients needed when you see fit. Plus, it'll make your life easier next spring when the planters are ready to roll and you don't have to wait. Contact your local CHS River Plains agronomist today, and we'll get the pickup headed your way.
We welcome you back. It is set for the third set And the Pierre Governors are leading at 2-0, winning 25-19 on both sets, and have an opportunity to try and close it out now in this third set. They will start with the ball first and will serve first. Again, we're going to join the Cowboys and Eagles game in progress whenever we are done. And I believe the Cowboys have taken the lead again. They have scored on their first 2 offensive possessions as they are trying to make it a 14-7 lead. They're, I believe, maybe checking it. It is a, for sure, good touchdown for the Cowboys, and trying to add the extra point to make it a 14-7 advantage, and it is good. So 14-7 between the Cowboys and the Eagles, with the Cowboys on top. And they continue to play in the first half. We'll, again, join it in progress after we're done here with Pierre Governor Volleyball. Starting off the third set, Sloan Waldron will serve. That one's over on a second hit attack by Harris, or by Bird. And the attack dug out, a couple of tic-tac, and then pass across, as it will be Bushbaum's left-handed attack. That is going to be dug out, and then miscommunication by Douglas. And they end up having 3 different girls right there, and all 3 tried to end up hitting the ball, and it turns into a point for the Governors. And Bushbaum will not get the kill, but it will be a 1-0 advantage here for Pierre to start this third set. Across it goes. It'll be now set to the far side. Gray puts it right in the net, and a 2-0 lead for the Pierre Governors. That's the 10th hitting error now by Douglas. 11 hitting errors for the Governors through 2 sets. Pierre's out scoring Douglas 18-10 in kills, both having 9 for Pierre and then 5 for Douglas in the 2 sets. Gray free ball, sliding in, trying to get out of the way of it was Schleckaway. Left-handed attack by Bushbaum is dug out by Odegaard. Left-handed hit by Blanchard goes on the wrong side of the antenna, and it is an out and a hitting error by Blanchard, and a 3-0 lead here for Pierre. And see if they can not let this go 4, but really put the hammer down in this third set. On the far side, Jocelyn Gray's attack. That's dug out by Schleckaway. Waldron now for Keys. That attack was dug out, and miscommunication again by Douglas leads to a 4-0 advantage. And 2 of the 4 points here for Douglas, or for Pierre, have come by way of miscommunication. We really haven't seen a whole lot of miscommunication from either side tonight, as this serve will be received back across from Waldron to Waldron again. Now Keys on the attack, dug out by Johnson. Odegaard will set for Blanchard. That is blocked, and it does go out, and it will be a point for the Governor. So Blanchard will get the kill, her first of the night, and it's 4-1. She is just the 4th different Douglas Patriot to get a kill tonight. 5 kills make that the 5th. Gray's got 5, Archer's got 3, and now Blanchard, Harris, and Newholy each have 1. Serve goes into the net by Blanchard. Service error, first one tonight by Blanchard. That is the 10th service error by Douglas. Pierre has a 4-point advantage. Allie Hart will serve. The senior at the lefty on that serve. It is going to be near side. Gray dug out by the Governors and Schleckaway. Sporer will get it across, easily played by Blanchard. Middle of the floor attack for Douglas, and that will be a point for Lexi Bird, her first kill. So after having just 4 girls reach a kill in the first 2 sets, 2 different girls have already gotten kills in set number 3. This serve from the libero goes across from Johnson. Sporer got it, she returned it, got it across, and then, though she gets an opportunity for the attack, and Paige Sporer not going to miss. That'll be her 5th kill of the night, and it's now a 6-2 lead for the Governors. Alyssa Lowe will check back in. Lola Keenels is in as well. And Keenels will go back to serve here for the Governors. 4-point lead for Pierce. 6-2 of the American Family Insurance. Brittany shuffled by a scoreboard. And that serve will go into the net. Make it now 6-3. Third service error from Keenels, and the 9th tonight by the Governors. As it is Jillian Vernon that will serve here for Douglas. Listen to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Keno's on the reception of the serve. Bushbaum's attack, that will go down, and Marina Bushbaum following on the scoreboard. And she took her a while to get on the scoreboard. And it's her first kill of the night. And it's 7-3 now here for Pierre. They lead it by 4. Liza Mayer's back at the station. John Wickler with you on this Thursday night. Pierre took the first 2 sets by the scores of 25-19. And now leads 7-3 here in this third set. Middle of the floor attack, that will be hit out. And it will be a point for the Governors, as that one came from Riley LaJoy. And Pierre will now lead it by 5, 8-3 here in this third set. Olsen on the serve. Vernon, far side. LaJoy, that will be a kill for Riley LaJoy, her first of the night. After was tipped at the net and stayed on the Pierre Governors side. And LaJoy gets her first kill, so 3 different Douglas Patriots have picked up their first kill in this third set after having just 4 different girls receive kills in the first 2 sets. That one will be not how you draw it up, but it's effective. Alyssa Lowe will get her first kill. It was really close to maybe a lift the first time, and then with the third hit, Lowe says, I just got to get it across, and it turns into the campfire, and it's a point that goes down for the Governors, whether it's clean or not. 9-4 advantage here for Pierre. This will be middle of the floor. The attack by Archer goes into the nets, and Pierre takes a 10-4 lead. Archer's third hitting error. And that is hitting error number 13 for Douglas here tonight. 6-point lead for the Governors. Sporer on the serve. That reception will go out, so it'll be an ace for Sporer, 11-4. And Sporer will pick up her second ace. That is the 10th ace of the night for the Governors. 5 coming from Hadley Hartz, 3 from Sloan Waldron, and now 2 from Sporer. 7-point lead. That one almost went out. Was set out by Johnson. Now she's going to have to give a free ball across. Lowe is there to play it. Comes back to Lowe, and then she'll put it in the net. She mistimed the jump. And Alyssa Lowe will pick up her first hitting error. Lowe, the 6-foot junior, after that ball barely got over the net, kind of put the Governors out of system. And this serve by Archer hits the bottom of the net, and Pierre will take a 12-5 lead. And it's just been a struggle for Douglas tonight. 11 service errors. 4 in the first set, 5 in the second set, now 2 so far here in the third set. 12-5 lead for the Governors. They lead it by 7. That one was close to going out by Schleckway, but it was played by Douglas. Blanchard hits it across, and Schleckway will play it. It'll come to the near side, and from Waldron, that was dug out by Vernon. Tapped over the net, played by Hart. It's going to be a free ball coming from the Governors, but they did get it across. Now Vernon will set another time. LaJoy with the left hand popped it up in the air. Schleckway is able to pass it over to Olsen. Back row attack coming from Schleckway, but still easily played by Johnson. And then Schleckway, another dig. It'll be up to Waldron, and the pass from Olsen is a blind pass coming from Olsen, and Waldron just wasn't close enough to the net, and she tried to punch it across, but picks up her second hitting error, and it's now a 12-6 lead for the Governors here in this third set. Emma Odegaard will serve. It'll be received by the Governor Schleckway. Sporer got it down the line, but it was dug out. And then over on the third hit, Schleckway just really wasn't ready for it. And it turns into Lexi Bird's second kill of the night. And it's 12-7. Pierce still leading by 5, but still a 12-7 lead. This off the net, almost an ace for Douglas. It will be the attack for the Governors. Novotny just tapped it over. Back row attack, and Johnson on the second hit. The back row attack goes into the net. And Ramsey Johnson has her first hitting error of the night. 13-7, Pierce up by 6. They catch a little bit of a break there. Now a serve from Waldron. And she'll go across. Nearly an ace. It will be a third hit free ball here for the Governors. Hart Easily plays it. Good pass to Waldron, but didn't get the good set to Bushbaum. Bushbaum was too far. She was on the far side, outside, she was out of the, not in the playing area, but out of play at that point. And the set from Waldron was too far to the middle of the floor. So Bushbaum never got up to it enough. And Pierre can't cash in on that free ball. It's now 13-8. Waldron, that set for Keys, and that'll be a kill for Allie Keys. Got a piece of it was, I believe, Lexi Bird, but it spun off her hands and down on the Douglas side. And Keys will pick up her 6th kill as she leads all hitters tonight now with 6. As Hadley Hart with 5 aces will serve. That will be misplayed by Douglas. It will stay on the Douglas side, and the Governors will get the point, but it won't be an ace for Hadley Hart. 15-8 lead, and that will take us to another timeout. It is a 7-point lead for the Governors. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
15-8, Governors have a 7-point lead in set number 2, leading 2-0. Set number 3, excuse me, leading 2-0. 25-19 have been the scores in each of those 2 sets. As Hadley Hart will continue to serve. This will be to the far side. The attack, that was blocked, and there is a block shot point for Bushbaum. Marina Bushbaum makes it a 16-8 lead. And that is just the 2nd block shot point for the Pierre Governors. And there's another ace for Hadley Harts. Misplayed on the serve reception. 6 aces for Hadley Harts. 17-8 lead. Govs lead it by 9. 8 points away from trying to get a closeout. And another ace for Harts. 18-8. 7 aces for Harts. The libero is on fire tonight from the service line. Almost out of positioning there. And this will be off. There's another ace for Harts. It bounced off the stanchion, and Hart picks up another ace to make it now 19-8, and another timeout taken by the Douglas Patriots. 19-8 is our score as the football game goes to 14-14 now. We'll join that in progress here coming up after we're done with this contest. We'll have a very, very brief post-game show, and then we will get to Philadelphia for the Cowboys and Eagles, and we'll join that in progress. But it is, for the Pierre Governors, a 19-8 lead, and 9 make that 8 aces for Hadley Harts on the evening. 3 straight aces here. She had 5 in the first set, now 3 here in the third set, excuse me. Didn't have anything in the second set, but 8 aces for Hadley Hart. Douglas is out of timeouts. And Pierce 6 points away from closing out their first win of the season. Another serve from Hart. That one, a little bit too much juice after so many aces in a row. At some point, the juices were going to be flying, and she picks up just her 2nd service error, but 8 aces to only 2 service errors. I think he'll take it on the side for Hadley Hart. She'll receive the serve here, the 19-9 score. It'll be Spore's attack. That one might have been a double hit, but got away with it. Hart on the reception of that dig. Bushbaum's attack. She might have been under the net, but the play will continue. From the back row, the attack goes into the nets, and Odegaard with the hitting error makes it now 20-9 in favor of the Pierre Governors. They have an 11-point lead and 5 points away from closing out their first victory of the season. Addison Novotny will serve. This will be received by Blanchard. Far side attack. That one is Hart was able to dig it out. Waldron now back for Sporer. That's dug out by Odegaard. And then a pass goes across, or a free ball goes across. Now to the near side. Sporer taps it over. Johnson will pass it far side. That attack, good dig there by Novotny, and Hart can't get it over on the third opportunity. Good hustle by the Governors, but it turns into a 20-10 score. No kill for Ayana Newholy. She still has just one on the evening. But it's a 20-10 advantage here for the Governors. They lead it by 10, just 5 points away from closing it out tonight. On the serve, Vernon. It'll be received by Bushbaum. Near side, Sporer's attack. That's going to be hit too far from Sporer. Make that 22-11. Pierre now with 15 hitting errors on the evening. To 14 from the Douglas Patriots. Vernon on the serve. Hart will receive. Waldron now for Bushbaum. That tip, that's down. That's a point for the Governors. Marina Bushbaum's her second kill, and it's 21-11. Pierre's now 4 points away from closing out the evening. Molly Olson will serve here for the Governors. Olson got it across. How about an ace for Molly Olson? Her first ace of the night. 22-11. Pierce doubling up Douglas and only 3 points away from closing out a big win. Olson on the serve. There's another ace for Molly Olson to make it 23-11. Her second straight ace. 12-point advantage. Olson will serve another time. This will be played by Johnson. Couldn't get the third straight ace. Back row attack from Johnson. Dug out by Hart. Goes back across. It was tipped by Waldron. Might have been going out from Miley Archer, but Archer does get the kill to make it 23-12. But Pierce still up by 11 and only 2 points away from picking up the sweep and the win over the Douglas Patriots. On the serve, Newholy. That will go long. 24-12. Newholy will pick up her first service error, and that is service error number 12 of the evening by Douglas. And there's 12 match points for the Pierre Governors. Paige Sporer will serve. On the serve, it is Johnson that will receive. It goes back to Johnson. It is now going to be Waldron over for Keys. Make that Waldron's attack that time. Near side, over. Waldron will dive for it. Keys' second hit attack will go down, and there's your win for the Pierre Governors. Keys picks up 7 kills on the night. 25-12 in set number 3. The Governors will sweep the Douglas Patriots here this evening. We'll step aside for a minute, come back and wrap it up from Riggs High School and get you out to Philadelphia for Eagles and Cowboys. Back in 1 minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Is it time for a fresh look underfoot? Tired of worn out carpets or outdated flooring? Then you need to visit Country Carpet and Flooring in Pierre. We're your local experts for every style, from plush carpets and durable laminates to elegant hardwoods and luxury vinyl. Discover hundreds of options from top name brands, all with our friendly expert service. Visit Country Carpet and Flooring at 414 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or call us at 605-224-9297. Country Carpet and Flooring. Your floor, your style, our expertise.
We welcome you back and into the post-game show. We'll make it quick here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, as we will get you out to Philadelphia for the Eagles and the Cowboys coming up in just a little bit. Real quick, Governors were led by Allie Keys with 7 kills, Paige Spore with 5 kills, as they end up being with 12 of the 24 for the Governors, but a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different girls record kills for the Pierre Governors, really spreading the wealth out again. They out-kill Douglas 24-15. It was 15 hitting errors for both teams. It was 13 aces, 8 coming from Hadley Hart, 4 aces for Douglas, 10 service errors, and 11 service errors for Douglas, as the Governors pick up a 25-19, 25-19, and 25-12 victory over the Douglas Patriots and pick up their first win as they go to 1-3. We'll have Pierre Governor football coverage tomorrow night at 6:30, 7 o'clock will be the kickoff, and then it'll be at 2 o'clock with 2:30 first serve for Pierre and Mitchell volleyball on Saturday from Mitchell coming up this weekend. I want to say thanks to Eliza Mayer back at the station. John McClear signing off. We'll send you out to Philadelphia between the Eagles and the Cowboys, but the Governors get the win over the Patriots in 3 sets, 25-19, 25-19, and 25-12, as we say so long from Ricks High School.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Sports on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. The Pierre Governors are brought to you by Bank West, Allied Plumbing, Beck Motors, Home Care Services, Venture Communications, Vilas Pharmacy, Todd's Electric, State Farm Insurance, CHS River Plains, and Zander Auto Parts. And by Wheelhouse Auto Body, Slumberland, SD Savin, Shane's Pharmacy, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, First Fidelity Bank, Country Carpet and Flooring, and Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping. And by Wagner Auto, Sanford Clinic, the South Dakota Office of Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection, American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Envirotech, First National Bank, and Faith Lutheran Church. And by Kruger Climate Systems, River Bottom Sanitation, Rising Hope Counseling, Pizza Ranch, Olson Plumbing, Dakota Storm Roofing, Ferding Electric, James Valley Landscaping, Lamb Motors, May Adam, and First Dakota National Bank. And by Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Missouri River Dentistry, Kruger Contracting, Karsten Erickson Roofing, Gales Gas, Edward Jones Financial, and First United Methodist Church. Join us all season for more of the Pierre Governors. This has been a special presentation of River